You know, as an influencer, choosing the right mental illness to have is one of the toughest decisions you'll ever have to make. Hey guys, do I sell as manic? Obviously there's the classics, depression, bipolar, anxiety, but there's a lot of hidden gems in here you wouldn't expect. I mean, these are all really good. Sociopath community is much more poppin' than you would think.
You should be talking to my son-in-law, who's an influencer.
What mental illness does he have? When you finally decide what brand of crazy you are, you have to remember you're committed to talking about that for the duration of your career. You know, I want to be crazy, but I don't want to be like, crazy, you know what I mean? A lot of the symptoms you see on the internet is just normal shit people have, so it is pretty easy to diagnose yourself. PTSD is not just for people in the military anymore. Anxiety says you can have trouble concentrating, making decisions. I mean, I'm currently having trouble making this decision, so that would qualify. What's your favorite one? So you're not an influencer?
No, I'm not.
Is that because you haven't been able to pick your mental illness yet?
No, I'm okay.
I mean, between me and you, I'm fine too, but obviously on the channel, we gotta have something, right?
Yeah,
Trauma for me is really looking like a front runner right now, and you can get it from anything too. Parents divorce, bad breakup. And get this, one of the symptoms for trauma is actually anxiety, so you might actually be able to kill two birds here. Do you ever notice that? There's a lot of mental illness these days?
Yeah.
Any ones that you prefer to watch?
I don't know, maybe bipolar.
People are making bank doing bipolar right now. Feeling agitated, jumpy, or wired, so yeah, I could see myself kind of being the jumpy guy. Could be a good look for me. I don't understand why MS-13 doesn't have a channel. They're always going on about how loco they are. It just seems like a no-brainer to me. Is there like a loco community? I mean, yeah, you can try being an influencer without a mental illness, but you're essentially fishing without a lure. Depression, you just need forgetting things, feeling tired or trouble sleeping. I mean, now they mention it, I'm feeling a little drowsy, so check. I mean, there is somewhat of a paradox because as you convince your audience they are in fact depressed, some of those people will go on to be influencers themselves, which will then become your competitors. Behavior changes, so my behavior has been known to change. And remember, the more time you do spend in those communities finding your mental illness, the more you will in reality become mentally ill. I mean, you want to remove the stigma, but you don't want to remove all the stigma or else then everyone will start doing it. If I was to tell you that I'm crazy, would that sell for you?
No, I don't think you look crazy.
Like you're crazy?
Yeah, I'm trying to look like a little of
I
a
mean, you're trying to look like
influencer, yeah.
You can study a lot of guys.
You seeing there's crazy people here you can study?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there was one I was looking at him and he was crazy.
Do you know what his channel is?
What do you mean by his channel? Now you're starting to sound crazy.
Oh, okay, thank you.
In the white shirt, you could look at him. He's crazy.
He has a limp that maybe if I did a limp sort of thing. To be honest, I want to do more like mental craziness. I didn't want to, do a whole physical component.
Yeah, but that helps.
You're saying the physical helps sell it?
Oh, yeah.
But there was a guy a few years ago. He was schizophrenic.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Could have had a little bit of autism.
He did a double dutch,
Yeah, he was double down. But he was like a different person every day.
Double your income stream.
He said he was always depressed.
That's a third illness that you threw in the mix
really
there.
Good.
Do you think three's too many to sell or?
Always had the head down and
Head down.
walked around, but like really.
Like this sort of thing?
But he didn't have a bounce.
Okay, so no bounce.
He would just kind of walk like this, kind of like. His face was always down. He took long strides.
So long strides.
And very
But
down.
keep it down, not bouncy.
Yeah, that was good.
Which one was that again, you said? Autistic is very hot right now, but a lot of times when that cools off, you have to be ready to go trans, so it can be a commitment. ADHD is obviously a good choice. Tasks are incomplete, frequent lying, so you just lie about having ADHD, and then before you know it, you have it. And obviously the task of choosing my mental illness is currently incomplete. This girl right here is going ADHD and bipolar, so that's a brilliant combo. Unfortunately, I don't think sociopath's gonna work for me because it says lack of empathy, whereas being an influencer, I'm obviously extremely empathetic to a small group of approved people within my circle. And apparently around 85% of mental illness videos on TikTok are misleading, so really what's another couple of mine on there? As you know, I'm a bipolar, schizophrenic trauma sufferer with PTSD, currently experiencing large bouts of ADHD and anxiety. And I want to say that I really appreciate every single one of you. I just shit my pants. That's also something that I deal with. There's nothing wrong with that. There is a community for that, and I'm bi.